What's good? What's good? This your boy oO5 Dynasty, and I'm out and about. And we talking about music production, guys. That's the game that we are in. We are in the music production game. Make sure I get the heat blowing on the window. We out here in New York. It's a little bit of cold weather going on. Fogging up my windows early in the morning. Anyway, so guys, what happens if the company Akai or any of these other companies, but we mainly talk about Akai for the simple fact that they kind of control like this sampler drum machine market, right? And they do a lot of big promotion on the internet to promote their new generation 2 products to consumer who are in the music industry, the music game, right? So they kind of run a lot of the music production game, right? For producers that are at home or studio producers, any way you look at it, they got their mark. So what happens if they go out of business? Or what happens if something drastic happens to their coding? And you know what I'm saying? It throws everybody off. Something happens, right? Well, what would happen to the musical producers in the game? Well, I have a few hypotheses. And my first hypothesis is this. Let's say you can't never get another Akai machine built for you. Well, you're going to use the one that you have, or you're going to go out there and search for one. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go in the market and search for something. So you can get that sampler feel, right? Drum machine feel. The one that's common and promoted the most to everybody, to the masses. So you're still going to be able to make music, right? So if they go out of business and they can't make another machine ever again, you will go get one of their older machines, because eventually the MPC Live Mark III will be vintage and be older. You'll go out to get one of the older machines to make music. Am I right or wrong? And you'll still be able to make music. So why do you have to think you have to run out and go and grab this MPC Live Mark III right now in order to be successful in the music industry? You don't. You could use a vintage piece of gear and do the same thing. Even if a vintage piece of gear hasn't had a hardware update, or let's put it like this, a software update in 10 to 15 years, you can still use it to make music. That's the thing. It's designed to make music, guys. It doesn't become obsolete. It just becomes maybe a little bit more of a tedious task because of the workflow. The workflow, guys. I don't know why it's so dark in here today, man. Put this light on too. Yep. The workflow. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because of the workflow. So now that's the reason why. No, come on, guys. So hear me out on this, guys. So if they go out of business, so you're going to use old gear. That's number one, right? That's the first hypothesis. That's the first scientific educational guess I have for you. What would be the other reason? Or something else that might happen. Well, you go out to get some other gear and still do the same thing. Make music, right? So I'll give you an example. Like, I have my Roland keyboard, right? My Roland FA-06 keyboard workstation. And I tell you, man, the sounds on this thing is monster. I literally turn on my studio monitor speakers, and I'll play in my studio, and man, it sounds amazing, man. I just sit there, just play, and I don't know all the keys yet. I don't know how to play everything yet, but what I do know how to play, man, it sounds good. And then when I put a little bit of the clip on YouTube, people say, "Oh, that sounds good," and they might even ask a question. Like I had a young lady ask me, "What program you using?" I'm not using a program. I'm using this software on on a Roland, but that's their ecosystem. I don't know what their ecosystem is because I don't think about the ecosystem inside of that keyboard workstation. I love using the Roland keyboards because they have the supernatural sounds. See, they see now I'm plugging them. That's me marketing and promoting Roland. I'm not trying to market or promote them. See, I'm not trying to be a content creator. I'm just giving you real world experiences, real life experience. When I play the keys on the MPC Live and the ecosystem that's in there, that synth engine, it sounds flat, it sounds dull, it sounds boring. It doesn't have that doesn't have that feel of a real instrument. The supernatural sounds in the Roland keyboard has that feel of real instruments. Even if you press one key, like, oh, it sounds good. When you press a triad, it sounds good. When you play the fifth or the seventh, it sounds good, man. You play the diminished chord, it sounds good. I'm like, it sounds like a real diminished chord. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to start utilizing other pieces of gear, and mainly you should collect right now. Like the musical producer Just Blaze, he collects vintage synths. He collects vintage synths, guys. Why? Because of the nostalgia and because of like the sound that they carry, that they possess. So you could literally take the Roland keyboard workstation and put that thing on a stage and play, and people will love it, man. Because of the sound, the way it's going to resonate in a stadium or even in the subway. You take the MPC Live, even the Mark III, and go and try to play in the subway, it ain't going to sound as good, as deep, as lush as the Roland keyboard workstation, guys. So why are you investing $1,600 into the MPC Live Mark III when you could have invested that $1,600 into a keyboard workstation from Korg, Roland, something that has great sound? When they sample real world pianos, not coding. VST is coding, man. They coded those sounds together. They didn't go get the actual real audio. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. So you're gonna wind up trying to go and get an older vintage MPC. And I'm not even talking about like right now, like the ones that I'm like they said that, oh, the 60, MPC 60, the MPC 1000, MPC 2000, MPC 3000, MPC 4000. I'm not talking about those. If Akai goes out of business or they just something happens where they can't make machines in like 5 years, even the MPC Live Mark One is going to be vintage. You know what I'm saying? The retro edition Mark Two, the SE X edition retro will be. You know what I'm saying? Will be that. You're going to run out and go get that to do what? To make music. So you can literally use what you have now. So if you can literally use what you have now to make music, if these companies go out of business, why not just use what you have now? And also, why don't you collect great sounds from the right devices? Instead of following the content creator and listening to what the content creator is saying all the time, do your research and find out what's actually in these keyboards and keyboard workstations and these drum machines. Find out what's in there. Find out what makes it sound that good. Find out on your own too. You gotta. Why are you going to the content creator? I didn't go to the content creator to find out that the Roland FA-06 keyboard has supernatural sounds. I did that on my own. I didn't even go look at them. First of all, I saw that it was that they had dropped down in price. No, not they didn't drop down in price. I saw that they came out with the all black edition. That's what I saw. It was all black edition, and it was around my price range. That's what happened. So I was like, yo, I got to get that all black, and that's why I jumped on it. You understand what I'm saying? But I jumped on it after doing a little research, and I found out that it has supernatural sounds. So I'm looking at the website. I'm looking at the Sweetwater. I was on Sweetwater. I was looking at the Sweetwater thing, and I was seeing. I said, "What is supernatural? What is this ecosystem that they talked about with Roland? I know the history of Roland, but what is the ecosystem? What is supernatural?" Then I go find out the tones, the way those tones are. So I get the keyboard sent to my house, man. And then when I start pressing on it, I don't know how to play the keys, but I love the sound of it. So I've been had the keyboard, guys. I'm just now probably like 3-4 years into having it, maybe 5 years. I can't remember. Maybe it might be 5 years into me having it. I'm just now fully sitting down learning how to play, but I still have it though. So it's just as long as I had got it, that was the key thing. Now that I'm playing, I'm like, oh, this sounds so crazy. So you should get your sounds in order, guys. Stop following the commercialized videos that the content creators are putting out there. That's commercialized marketing, tricking you tactics for you to go and buy this device. Meanwhile, it does not sound as good as what Roland is putting out right now. And you can get the Roland keyboards, especially when they come out with new ones for a cheap price, because they always got to move product. So you catch it on sale. Catch it on sale. Buy it. Just go get it, man. Go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you go get it right now. I'm saying, like, in general, when you do your research and you want to go out there and buy sounds, because that's what you should be really focused on, the sound of music, not the workflow. Workflow. Everything has workflow. But it might be slow, might be fast, but it's still workflow. Once you find your niche, your niche, once you find out how to work your workflow, then you make your music. So, guys, there's a lot of reasons why. There's a lot of things that will happen that I'm leaving out right now if company will go out of business. But I want to tell you something, though. I'll tell you a quick story. So I love the Metal Gear Solid video game. I love the soundtrack, the score. Okay? I played the game. I had the game. I owned the very first one. And, we were trying to beat those levels. They were extremely hard, man. Especially if you're not like a gamer like that, but you want to play games. So you play games, but you're not like a gamer. So they were hard. We eventually beat the game, but the score was amazing. Amazing. Kept you intrigued and involved. You know what I mean? The score is just as important as the video game. Let's put it like that for Metal Gear Solid. And you guys know this. Critically acclaimed. The world knows it. I remember Reek the Villain, the artist, the American rapper, Reek the Villain, my cousin, right? From Long Island, New York. And the producer, I believe Ike did this, if I'm not mistaken. I believe the producer's name is Ike, which is our family as well, did it, right? Did the beat. But I remember hearing them rock over a part of the Metal Gear Solid score. They sampled a little piece from the video game. And I actually found the sample. I was so thirsty to try to remake it. And this was probably last year or the year before last, so maybe 2 years ago. But I never jumped into it. I never put it into the MPC to try to remake it, right? The beat like that. And I've never heard anybody else use this part of the Metal Gear Solid for a beat. Possibly, but I never heard it. But man, Reek killed it, guys. When I mean killed, I even asked him earlier this year, yo, you still got that? He said, nah, I don't have it. And that's another vital thing, man. Guys, you got to try to keep your content. Back it up, man. Keep your audio files, keep your videos, your pictures. You lose it and it's gone. Remember, your voice changes, your personality changes. And I would have loved for the world to hear one of Reek's very, very first songs that he made, and it was over the Metal Gear Solid beat that was made for him, right? Metal Gear Solid instrumental. I don't remember the name of the song, whatever. But anyway, so I love the sound though, and I said I want that sound. What was that sound made on? So I went into a deep dive on trying to scroll and scour the internet to find out where can I get the sound. And I legit found a ton of information on the artist, the composer, the female composer actually, that actually made the sounds and what the sounds were made on for the Metal Gear Solid soundtrack. And the crazy thing is that they're discontinued, man. You can't get the sound. You can't get those chips. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't get the cards. You can't get the cards anymore, man. Unless you find somebody in the world who still has them. But you'll never be able to get that. That person made that. So you can't, it'll be hard to even replicate it, actually. Because of how it was made, when it was made, what it was made on. So that was like that like hit me in the heart. Like I couldn't even get those sounds. I wanted to use those sounds, man, to be honest with you, because they sound so good. So my point is this, guys. Study and understand music and figure out where the great sounds are coming from and acquire those into your repertoire, into your back catalog or your musical catalog of like sounds you can actually dive into. You get what I'm saying? Like your library, your sound library. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't own it, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's just there for you to use. And then if you're bold enough, become a sound designer and create sounds that are similar to what that young lady made for Metal Gear Solid and stuff like that. Get out there and really understand music, guys, and music production and sound design and composing. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Really become one with music and not fascinated with a person who knows how to talk and appear on camera and who have gotten a piece of equipment before you to market or promote it to sell to you so you can just go and grab it. Meanwhile, it's not even going to help you in the long run because it's not designed to help you in the long run. It's designed to keep the company in business. Meanwhile, you have other companies out there putting supernatural sounds, tones that sound good when you press just one key into their workstations that deserve the money because they actually put in that real work into their ecosystem and they built this type of, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So, guys, what happens when these companies go out of business? Some of them go out of business and they have great sounds. If you don't get it, if you don't do your research and get it, man, it's lost forever for you. And some companies will go out of business and then not even make a great product. But just because you like the workflow, then you'll go and grab a piece of gear because they'll never make another one again. And then when you do that, you'll still be able to make music with what you have. So 20 years from now, they don't make no more drum machines, no more samplers, but you want that workflow, you want that style, that nostalgia, because it fits you, or it's just good. You're going to still be using the same machine 20 years from now, making music. So don't think you have to be forced into buying the new every single time. Do your homework, study, compare. If you can, get over to a store and listen to the sound. Listen to the sound. We're talking about sound, we're talking about music. I'm not talking about no workflow. I want to hear the sound. If you get a chance, I don't really plug my own videos, but you could go to my YouTube channel and you can check my latest videos, and we're in November now. So the month of October and November 2025. Somebody might be watching this video like 10 years from now. But in 2025, you'll hear me starting out, showcasing the Roland keyboard, but me not knowing how to play really, but still when I press the keys, how it sounds. And that's what we're talking about here. It's the sound. How does music sound? How does your vocals sound? That's why you get a good mic, because if your vocals sound like crap, the song is not going to resonate with the audience. We're talking about sound, guys, not workflow. They're trying to trick you. That's a shame. Nothing I can do about it. I can just only come on here and try to heighten your sense of awareness and see if you take heed to what I'm saying. Start worrying about sound, guys. Go out there and get the great sound and make your music and whatever device that you currently have, because you already know that workflow and it's good. It's making music. And if you need to, get a new piece of gear. Maybe because your gear that you have right now is old and broken and you don't have the money to get it fixed or whatever. So go get the new gear if you need to. If you don't have any gear, you're just starting out and you want to get the new because that's what the world does, they get it. But just be cautious and be aware of what you're getting. Don't just get the new when you could have got a version of the new that has the same software in it and is way cheaper. Come on now. What are we talking about here? I can literally have the same software as the MPC Live Mark III in my system. The only piece of coding I won't have is the coding that controls those type of drum pads. That coding is specific for the code for the drum pad. So that coding, that, you know what I'm saying, works with those drum pads. I don't have those drum pads. I don't have the, you know what I'm saying, the slidey thing on the side. But the drum pad and the slidey thing on the side has nothing to do with writing a hit song that you could literally do with a simple jingle, a piano. You know what I mean? Like, make it make sense, guys. Are we writing songs? Are we doing music? Or are we just touching the pads for YouTube content? We just want to be YouTubers. We just want to be YouTubers? This is your boy oO5 Dynasty. Don't forget to Google me. Don't forget, multi-plat. First name, multi, last name, plat. And I don't like oO5 Dynasty. I don't like him. I don't like him one bit. But don't forget, multi-platinum. Multi-platinum. I'm a multi-platinum music producer. So whatever I say goes. And whatever oO5 Dynasty says, it does it. It does it. Nobody was, I don't like him. I don't like him. But yeah. Let me stop. I was trying to be serious on this video, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget to Google me, guys. Don't forget to Google me. Don't forget to Google me. Google oO5 Dynasty. Oh, let's just take losses. Similar to Dipset. I'm Jada in the ring, swinging a guillotine hat chick. Call my gun Amber Heard. Cause she real ratchet. She always trying to pop a nigga. Such a bad habit. Come on, son. Don't forget. I spit those bars too, son. oO5 Dynasty, the American rapper. Multifaceted individual. Come on, man. I'm that dude. I'm going to show y'all. Yeah.